Hey guys, welcome back. I have a guest, I think a special guest, because I went to high school with her, although our paths were not like intertwining throughout high school. I mean, we knew of each other, I think. Anyway, Sherlyn, right? Did I say that right?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Sherlyn Bray. And I said this a minute ago, but I'm not even going to say what you do only because you've got such a good vibe on the socials that I'm like,
Thank you.
that's why you're here. And I'm like, I feel like I'm changing the world, like one post at a time. And so that's kind of why you do the same thing in your own other different way. So,
Yes.
what are you about? What do you do? What's going on?
Well, hey, Tim, thank you for having me on your Zoom. I really appreciate it. Well, I do lots of things. I work from home, first of all. I'm in healthcare. I'm a pharmacy intake specialist. I do referrals, authorizations, just all that stuff. I've been doing it for about 20 years. And I am also a health and wellness coach. And I've just started with this company. It's been a little over a year. Love it. Love the community. I love the people. I love our products. I love what it stands for. I love how they make me feel. And most of all, I love how they make others feel. Um, there's nothing more satisfying for me when I get a call or a text or whatever, and someone tells me, hey, I lost X amount of pounds, and yay, let's celebrate, so that's really a great feeling. I just got back a couple of weeks ago from a conference that this company provided for us, and it was in Dallas. It was at the Gaylord Hotel, and just, like you mentioned, it's just nothing but positive, positive, positive people. They're like my family away from my family. I've met so many wonderful women and men and just so many people that are doing this and they love it. And I couldn't ask for anything better. So that's what I do. I'm married. I have three step kids and one of my own child. I have 7 grandkids. We have 2 dogs, a cat, and 6 chickens. So I stay pretty
Nice.
busy. Yes, our youngest just took off for college, and but it's been great. Like I said, I've been doing it a little over a year, and I've lost about 36 pounds altogether. Um,
Wow.
yes,
So, and that's the thing is like, even when you said what you did, like it's still very vague, but you have a group on Facebook, and I don't know if it's open for the world to join, but, and I'll drop your like contact stuff in here, but I'm in that group. I have the same type of group, which I think you're in my group, but it's just like I see these before and after pictures of so many people, you know what I mean? Like it's that awesome feeling. And that's exactly what I do. And what drives me nuts is somebody will will find somebody in the office and they want to do what they're doing, be it keto or some kind of crazy diet, and yet all they have to do is ask someone who's already done it, or whoever stays in shape, like ask someone who actually is on that path, rather than let's go up the mountain, you know what I mean? Let's do it the hardest way
mhm.
possible. And it's so funny when I explain to people how easy it is, they're like, I just thought it would have been harder, to get in
Yeah,
shape, to get healthier. And that's where I change the verbiage all the time, as far as people should gain health, not try to lose weight, because you always lose what you find. If you lose
true.
your keys, you're gonna find your keys or another set, right?
Right,
It's never
right.
yeah. So what how do you think you lost all your weight or gained your health?
Well, Tim, I'll tell you this. I think a lot of it is mindset. It's mindset. It's your attitude. Um, and I have always, for the most part, I mean, we all have things happen in our lives that pull us down, but for the most part, I would like to say that I'm a pretty happy, harmonious individual. I like peace in the valley, if you will. I like I like positive people. I don't like to be around negative people.
Okay.
It has a tendency to drag me down. So I think that whether you're losing weight or whatever you're doing, hiking in the mountains, it's all in the mindset and it's all your attitude. You have to have a good attitude. And basically whatever comes out of your mouth is helpful. I mean, if someone's constantly saying, "Oh, I can't do this," or "Oh, I can't do this because of this." I mean, well, more than likely it's not going to happen,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. So for me, when I decided to lose this weight and really try to be healthy, I had to change my mind frame, and I had to decide this is what I wanted to do. And I did it. And I still have some pounds I want to lose. There's a little bit I still would like to lose. Do I have that piece of pie when I'm not supposed to? Yes. Do I eat things that I shouldn't? Yes, but not like I was.
Yeah.
So again, I think it's all just mostly your attitude and it's a frame of mind on how you do anything really in life. And so that's what I did. I sought out to lose the weight. I did. I'm still going strong, and I became a distributor a couple months after I started because I wanted to be a part of this. And I had met, like I said, so many people that and we do like we're doing now. We do Zooms a couple times a week. We go to these conferences. I talk to several, executives, people that are higher up than me, a lot throughout the day, whether it's on the phone or via text or messaging. And I don't know, I really love it. I love to help people, and I love it when they've lost weight or they feel healthy or they feel great.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I've like to hit on that. Like I've coached and trained so many people all around. And that's where the last several years I realized the problem wasn't that they were going out and exercising too hard or not running fast enough, or you know what I mean? It was because
Yeah.
they would not put on their shoes because something in their brain wouldn't let them. That was the problem. It was their head is the why
Yes.
people wouldn't get moving, or even just be honest with themselves. Like I've had people think they want to be healthy or go with one of my programs, and I'm like, well, here's what it takes. And then you just see them implode on themselves because they don't want to address all the shit that they have in their life. It's like you got to be honest with yourself, number one, and you got to want
Right.
it. But
Right. Or maybe they're not ready. I think a lot of times, because I've had customers who, like you said, go all out and that they want the biggest kit because they want to lose the most weight and this and that. And, I've had 2 or 3 people say, "Oh, well, it's something with your products and whatever." And I'm like, "No, it can
yeah,
be done. No, I know that these work. I know that all this stuff work. I just feel like, and I'll say, well, maybe you're not ready. I said, hold on to your stuff and maybe we can get back together in a month or so. But I think a lot of it people want to, but they're not ready to, may have something to do with it.
yeah. And I think a lot of that is like childhood programming. Like it's just something that was installed. It's like, your parents could always push your buttons. Well, duh, they installed the buttons. Of course they can push them. They know where they are. You know what I mean? Like that's always my
They had a right to.
Yeah. They put the button right there where they could reach it at any moment. But well, it's funny because like even the discussion I had a friend of mine on alcoholism, and it was like, do you think it's a disease or not? And I'm like, well, I kind of think it's both. I think for some people it is a disease, and we know those people, right? But
Yes.
it's some people, they do it to escape. They don't know why they do it. And like years ago I stopped drinking. It was like I realized at like 50 I had spent half my life drunk, because basically at 25 that's when you really start going. And I'm like, it's not helped me. And once I made that decision, that was gone. Like it was never no looking back, because I understood why I did it and understood,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that awareness.
Yeah.
And I think the same with food. Like people don't understand, like a lot of people I meet, they think they're hungry all the time. And I have to
Mm-hmm.
stop and go, well, are you hungry or do you have a craving? And then
Mm-hmm.
if it's usually a craving, but why do you
Mm-hmm.
have that craving? Is it the texture, the taste, like, you know what I mean? The
Right.
act of chewing, like whatever, but it's never what you think.
Right.
But um
Right. Right.
wow. So it's like, and see, I don't even like, how this is how good I think you are, because I didn't even know you had products. Like there's never been that, hey, can I talk to you about something? That kind of thing, right? Like you've got a good product and you're doing it. I see the before and after, like every day there's stuff being posted. And I'm like, I got to pay attention or I'll miss it. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things that the proof is in the pudding. And it's like you
Mm-hmm.
have to, you know, and I love that. It's you know, regardless of what platform or product you have, so many people are just over the top. You're just like, we got something good going on here. And just like, I'm sure people ask you more than you ask other people. And I don't even know what it is. But you can say what you know, I don't even know. I mean, maybe you already said it. I don't know.
Well, we sell all kinds of weight loss and just wellness products. We have different kits. That we call by the name of my company is Singular.
Okay.
Um, and the post that you see is through a group, and it's called Power to Change. And
Yeah.
that's where we do all of our posts, and you can probably see I don't really post a lot of those types of posts or pictures or information on my wall. I just don't. I mean, every now and then I'll throw something out there, but I don't want people to think that I'm like a salesy person, like I'm just selling. I don't have anything else to do with anybody else. I just want to sell, because that's not me.
Right.
And so this group was created, but we sell um, supplement vitamins, which are naturally made. They're root based. They're very healthy. I've tried just about all of them, I think, but a few. Some of them are more catered to the older women, like I'll say it, like after menopause, or something like
Yeah.
that. And I don't need that kind of stuff. So I haven't really tried that. Um, but it's pretty cool. We just launched a product, which is collagen, which I'm sure you're probably aware of what collagen is, or you may not. I
Yeah.
don't really know.
Yeah.
But collagen is really good for your hair, your nails, your skin. And what we also offer is in the collagen, it's also good for your muscle, your joints, and your digestive gut. And so that's what makes ours, I think, the best, actually. I've tasted it. I'm on day 6, and I've taken my before picture, and tomorrow's day 7. So I'll take that picture. And I took pictures of like my hand, my neck, my face, just so I can compare. And, all these pictures that are trickling in from this collagen, I'm just like, wow, it's so cool. Like, it's just unreal. And I feel like this is going to be a real big seller, more so than me trying to sell the health and wellness products, which I'm going to do both.
Yeah.
But
So let
but
me ask this.
it's
First time
awesome.
you had to take that before picture or even the after picture, did you feel so weird about it? Like,
Oh
was it
yeah, I'm just
hard?
like, ugh. Yeah, I was like, ugh. Well, not really so much for my skin, with the collagen, but more when I was 36 pounds heavier. Yeah, I was like, oh gosh, here we go.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was gross. I felt gross, but I did it, and I took the pictures, and in comparison, I was like, wow, I've really come a long way. And not only, I mean, it's the like icing on the cake as far as looking better, but the feeling better is what I
Yeah.
like. I have a thyroid disorder, which kind of drags me down sometimes at the end of the day. And I used to be so I used to be way more tired. Usually 3, 4 o'clock, I'd be like, so tired. I take medicine for it, but it's
Yeah.
just all of these vitamins that I'm taking and just, being in shape. And, I have to say I haven't been to the gym in about a month or two, to be honest. Which I need to get my butt back in there. I just haven't. I've gotten lazy, but I'll probably lose the rest of this 10 to 12 pounds that I want to lose if I just get my lazy butt in there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's funny.
but
I was interviewing or she was interviewing me. I was interviewing her, a new coach, and she asked like, what was my last workout or how frequently do I work out, all this stuff. And I was
mhm,
like, well, I guess every day, 3 times a day. Like it just varies. But I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
I'm the opposite. And that I'm always like, this is my gym when I teach my morning classes in here, but it's one of those things that
mhm,
I'm also at 2 other gyms throughout town. Like it's just, but I'm there. I'm not always training, but I always am doing
mhm,
something. But yeah, it's just now my normal way of life. But that's the thing, is
yes,
like, you just got to make it a routine, make it
yes,
a part of something
yes,
you do. Well, I mean, I think it's super cool, like, because you've done it yourself, and I think it's funny. You were like, you didn't want to say menopausal, right? But like,
it's life.
I say we. I know I won't, but we are that
I
age
know.
where that happens, right? Like,
Yes, yes, yes,
I know so many friends
yes,
that are younger and a little older, and they're like, "Oh, he's hot," and all. And it's like, "Yep, that's the change." You don't need a
yes.
doctor to tell you, like it's obvious, but
I know.
um,
I won't
it's
say that I
crazy.
embrace it, but I have to accept it,
Yeah, there's nothing
and
you
move
can
on.
do. I mean, it's coming.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about it.
The alternative is
Wow.
death, and I don't want that. So there you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's crazy. So who do you? So we both went to Brewer.
Yes.
Who and I still like am very close with all people I was close with in high school. I'm still very close with them. Like, even
Hmm.
though I may not have seen them lately, like we're still all
Right.
texting. Like it's like we're still tight.
Yeah.
I still see some random people around, but
Uh-huh.
who do you think, like, not like all time, but out of, let's say, your 4 year window where there's only 1 year difference between us, but like of that, who do you think is the most famous person like now that we went to school with? Now, obviously, famous is local because we don't really have anybody that's national famous, right? But
Hmm.
who do you think is our most famous person?
Well, the first person that comes to my mind is Mimi Coffee.
Okay. Okay.
She's a lawyer, a
Yeah.
defense
Yeah.
attorney,
Yeah. I talk to her all the
and
time. Yeah. Not for
yeah,
that
and
reason.
you got some DWIs over there, DUIs rather. No, and my daughter and her daughter were kind of friends. I think her daughter's a year older than mine. But so, and I think my daughter went to a party over there or something. I don't know. But I would say Mimi Coffee would probably
Yeah.
be up there as far as most pop, famous or most successful, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Everybody knows who she is for sure.
Yeah, Mimi for you.
Oh my gosh. I remember that.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
That's so funny. Well, and I texted you what your maiden name was because I couldn't remember. And let me
yeah.
just tell you, in this little blue book,
Oh God, no. You're gonna
there's
get
only
that
one.
out.
There's only one Sherlyn in this whole book.
There is only one Sherlyn in
All
all the annuals.
classes. Yeah, all the
Oh God.
classes, there's one. And
What
you look
year is
nothing.
that?
This was my graduating year, so you would have been a
Oh
junior.
God. Mm.
Uh-huh. And I was like, wow, you look nothing. Like, I feel like I look the exact same. You look nothing like you did. I won't
Really?
show
That's
it on here.
funny. Oh, I don't care. That's funny that you say that because a lot of people say you look exactly the same. I'm like,
Yeah.
I do. Okay.
Yeah. I don't see it at all. But I think that's funny. Um, yeah, it's and like, not to I mean, well, yeah, because I really like to have just normal conversations here, right? Like, who
Mm-hmm.
do you think? I feel like, and a lot of people I've talked to feel this way. Do you think our school really didn't have us very prepared for the world?
You mean as far as growing up and how we were taught, or
Yeah, like, or just
who taught us the teachings?
like what we were supposed to do next, like that kind of stuff. Like not even like what we were taught, because what we were taught, we know now does nothing for you in life, right? But it's more, like I feel like I didn't have a clue once I got. I was like, well, now what do I do? I just didn't know.
Yeah. No, I do. I feel like I think Brewer as a whole, as far as even the academic teachers or coaches or whatever, I think it was therefore lacking a little bit. I felt like there was no direction with them as far as, or motivation, really. I mean, because I've had some pretty crappy teachers up there. I'm not going to mention names, but
Why
you
not?
know,
They're probably not alive.
probably not. Well, you remember Miss Surratt, the math teacher,
Yep.
algebra teacher?
Yep.
Well, she only catered to the football guys.
Yep.
She was, I guess, a hot teacher. And it's like, hello, what about me? And I'd have my hand.
Yeah.
A lot of the girls would be like, what the, and I never liked her. I was just happy to pass algebra, which I did, thank God. But I'm not good at math anyway.
You know me. I loved everybody. I didn't, but
yeah.
I don't know
she
that.
just, I don't know. I don't know if you had her.
Yeah, I did for sure.
Yeah. But
yeah. Wow.
yeah.
So so now going back to similar to that is there's so many people we went to school with that really need some serious help. Like they don't have many years left, it seems.
No.
If they don't turn this shit around. Like it's bad. And like I quit trying to help people. I just am like, hey guys, I'm here if you need something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can see the different issues they have. Like it's easy when I stop drinking, it's easy to identify the people that definitely drink too much. It's definitely, and even very close friends of mine, they will say they can't do this or this because of their arthritis or whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like 9 ways around that. Stop crying about it. But
there are many, yes, for certain. And I don't know about you, but I mean, we're all going to grow old. We're all going to get wrinkles. We're just going to get old. You're not. Okay. Well, give me the pill you're taking because I want it, but I want to live as long as I can, and I want to be healthy, and I want to be around for my family as long as possible. And, and I just, like I said, one day, just said, okay, I'm tired of being fat. I mean, I wasn't obese or anything, but I was overweight more than I should have. I had always been small, and it changes as you get older. Your body's not the same, that's for certain. And so I wanted to change. I had to do something. And, with this company, not only did I find that, but I found other things, friendships with people, and just, it's a great company. But, I don't know. I just, like you said, these people we went to school with, you just go on Facebook and you look at all these people and you're like, God, she looks 70. Or, he's huge. Like, how does he get around?
Or their picture on Facebook is old, and then you see them in person. It's like, who are you? And then say their name. You're like, no, that's not. It can't be. And again, I don't want to say any names,
right?
Because that'll be the one time they see this. No. But
yeah, I'm not saying any names either. But
it's like
it's a concern too. No,
yeah, it's not that hard. Like it's easy to do if they just want to do it, and it's just you worry that are they going to want to do it in time? And like Robin Thomas owns Inertia. It's a very nice gym, And it's like, yeah, there's people in there that went to school that know me from Facebook, and I'm like, they're working out. I have no idea who they are, but they're in there, trying to get after it. And I think that's all you gotta do is
That's
try,
great.
But
Right.
anyway, well, I don't
I
really
agree.
know what else we should say. And then we will put all of your contact, whatever you want. I'll put it in the bottom of the notes, the show notes, whatever. And then because I think everybody should be part of your group and just kind of see what's going on. And if you've got something for people to try, they need to try it, and
Yeah.
it's can't
Well,
hurt.
I get no's. I get a lot of no's,
Yeah.
or not right now, or it's too expensive. And I totally get it. The economy is not the most wonderful right now. So I understand. But I'm always trying to work with them, and say, well, we've got this kit, it's cheaper. You can at least start out with this kit and you can lose X amount of weight in 8 days, I try, but I'm not going to cram it down their throats.
But here's the thing I always tell people too, is people take better care of their car than they do their own body. And then and then they want to go to the doctor and get a pill for something they did, like you don't put the wrong gas in your car. You don't let it overheat. Like you take care of your vehicle because it's expensive. Well, your body has to get to the end of your life. So it should be the thing you take. That's where all your money should go. And a lot of people, if you just tell them to add up how much money they spend on alcohol in a week, that would be better spending it on their body, their person. But I could go on rambling forever.
Oh yeah, that's a deep subject. I understand, and I get it, and I agree with you. I know that it's hard. Probably sometimes it's hard when all you got this fast food places everywhere. But I'm now to the point where I call it crap in a sack is what I call it, fast food, and I can't eat that anymore. My husband and I, we love Mexican food. That is my downfall. Love Mexican food. And so I have to be careful with that even. And say, okay, no more on the chips and salsa, and no margaritas tonight,
Yeah.
But anyway, but that's something that I won't give up. I just have to eat it.
You just gotta be smart about it. Yeah, you be smart about it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat the whole, but yeah, there's so many people out there. It's just crazy how people let themselves get a certain way, and why would you not want to feel and look great?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it becomes quicksand, and it's like once you're in that quicksand, you think there's no hope. You thrash around and you sink deeper and deeper and deeper, and it doesn't help. And you have to just be able to stop and just figure out what to do. And that's what I tell people. You can literally Google and a million answers will come up as to your question. And if you pick one of those and stick with it, it would probably work. But they don't. And the reason is why don't they, but anyway, okay. Well, I don't want to keep you too long, but I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to say? One last thing? I don't know.
Well, again, I appreciate you thinking about me to do do the Zoom with you. That's pretty cool. And I know we're on the same wavelength as far as trying to be healthy and help people. So it kind of goes,
Did I blow your mind a little bit? And I was like, hey, you want to be on the podcast?
I was surprised. I was like, what? He wants me to be his guest on what? What is he talking about? But I understood it at first, and I was like, ugh. I was a little bit nervous at first, but then I was like, I do Zooms all the time, so it can't be that difficult. But no, I'm excited. I'm glad that you asked me, and if I can help anybody, I want to do this long term, and I see myself making lots of money eventually.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen in a week. It's all in God's timing.
Yeah.
And,
Happens when it happens.
You just got to
All right.
be
All
patient
right.
and wait. So that's about it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say bye to everybody. Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Bye, everyone.